Hey everybody, it's Tony V. Today's video is going to be a storytime video about how I met my fiance. So let's get started. It was like the summer after my junior year in high school, and I was driving around with a bunch of my girlfriends, and I was single, and we were all single, and we were just driving around having fun. And we pull up at this stoplight, and this ugly ass purple import car pulls up behind us, and I was like, that's an ugly car, but damn, that driver is fine as fuck. And I was just like, oh, the guy in the car behind us is like super hot. And my friends look at me and they're like, the passenger? And I was like, no, I didn't even realize it was passenger because I was just busy staring at the driver and how hot he was. And they're like, oh, that's, we'll call him Jeffrey, obviously not his actual name. Okay. We'll call him Jeffrey. That's Jeffrey. And I was like, oh, I don't know who Jeffrey is. And they're like, oh, we'll call him Shane. That's Shane's brother. And I was like, oh, well, they don't look anything alike, but damn, Jeffrey's fine. And so I thought it was a great idea to like jump up on the windowsill of the car, like sit my ass on the windowsill of the car so the upper half of my body is outside of the car and my phone number like 316 whatever. Not my phone number even close. And then the light turned green, we all drive away, didn't see them again. A few months later, I'd gotten a boyfriend and started working at Kmart, which, by the way, nobody shops at Kmart anymore, like, ever. I would go sometimes my entire shift without one customer. But, so, there was this guy that worked there, too, and he was pretty good looking. Like, he was pretty hot. There's no pretty about it. He was hot. But, sorry. But I was like, I have a boyfriend now, and I just don't even care about this hot guy that works there. And he turned out to be a big asshole anyway, so I was like, I really don't care about this asshole that I work with anyways. And one day we were all standing around customer service talking because there was no customers in the store. And somebody that was there had mentioned to Jeffrey, like, yo, Jeffrey, is Shane gay? And Jeffrey was like, yeah, you got a fucking problem with that? And she was like, no, I'm cool, whatever. And I was like, wait, Shane's your brother? And he was like, yeah, do you have a fucking problem with that? And I was like, no, but that's not the point. I know who you are now. Do you remember a few months back and there was like a crazy girl on top of a car in front of you at a stoplight at this such and such place, miming you her phone number, like jumped out on top of her car and started miming you her phone number, and he was like, yeah, do you know that story? And I was like, so enthusiastically, like, the cheeriest, most enthusiastic thing you've ever heard. Like, I was like, that was me! That was me! Oh my god! I thought you were so hot! And the words came out of my mouth before I could think because I had a boyfriend at the time. This guy was clearly an asshole and also had a girlfriend at the time. If I would have thought about what I was saying before I said it, I wouldn't have said it. But they came out of my mouth anyways. And he was like, okay. I'm gonna walk away now. And he left. And I was like, sorry guys, I made that really awkward. I just really got excited about that. Like, do you ever have, like, those moments where you just all of a sudden remember something or realize something and you just get so excited about it and you have to say it right now? That's what that was for me. So, anyways, we ended up working together for like 9 months and we never got along, never talked to each other, nothing. He was still just like an asshole all the time, whatever. And I quit working there, and a few years goes by, and me and my boyfriend break up, and I hadn't heard from this guy in like years, and I was like 21 and having a blast, and all of a sudden I get like all of these notifications on my Facebook of him commenting or liking all my old pictures, and I was like, okay, alright, alright, I'll take the bait, I'll take it. So I commented back on one of them, and I was like, whoa, Jeffrey, you're like blowing up my newsfeed. And so we started talking a little bit, and I noticed I'd creeped on his Facebook after this. I noticed that he had gotten a new car. Like, he didn't drive that ugly purple thing anymore. Now he drove a really nice car. I was like, I like your new car. Your car's so cool. When did you get it? Blah, blah, blah. And just kept, like, giving him hints. Like, give me a fucking ride in your car. Like, offer to give me a ride in your car. Like, let's go hang out and go for a ride in your car. And, like, most guys would be, like, all over that. But he wasn't. And with him, from day one, apparently, I've had to been really straightforward with him. Been like, I like you. Anyways. So, I finally got sick of just playing coy with him so that he would eventually, like, just ask me himself. So I was like, would you just take me around in your car, please? 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 I'm like a desperate ass bitch. Please just get me around in your car. And so he was like, yeah, sure. Where should I pick you up? And I was like, pick me up at Shane's house. And they don't really get along. Jeffrey and Shane, they don't at all. So Shane was like, I don't want him at my house. And Jeffrey was like, I really don't want to go to my brother's house. And I was like, too bad, it's too late. I already set it up. You guys got to deal with it. So Shane was all like, I don't really think that you should be with my brother. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I've had a crush on him forever. Sorry, I still have colds and stuff. But. So Jeffrey picks me up, and it's like 10:30, and we drive around for like 4 or 5 hours together, just driving around. And I didn't get home until like 4:30 in the morning or so. And so we drove around all night listening to music, mostly Shania Twain, and this guy could belt out every word to Shania Twain, and I was like, boy, you're nice to me now, you're clearly attracted to me, you are still hot as fuck, and you can sing every word to Shania Twain. Like, need I say more? You have my heart. Okay? And so we started hanging out, and a couple weeks later we started dating, and then a few months after that I got pregnant, and we were just like, we're going to be happy about this, not upset about this, so let's just go for it and let's do it. And he's the most amazing father to our daughter, and she is such a daddy's girl. Like, she could care less about me. All she wants is her dad. And our relationship is really amazing, and now we're engaged and getting married. And by the way, in case anybody was wondering, the proposal was he had my daughter come up to me wearing a shirt that said, "Will you marry my daddy?" And I seen it, and I instantly started bawling, and I turn around, and he's standing, or down there on one knee, and it was just perfect. It was the most amazing proposal. I loved it. I'm so happy. Anyways, that's the story on how I met my fiance. If I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Monday and Wednesday normally. I'll see you guys next Monday.